Hi, Carol.
It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
So, what brings you in today?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about creating a little bit of change in my life around food and how much money I'm spending on eating out. Um, I just, have been feeling a lot of times really kind of low energy and like I just want comfort food, and so I'll go eat somewhere or I'll order pizza to be delivered in, and I'm not working very much because I'm in school, so I don't have a whole lot of income to support that kind of a lifestyle. And I have this cooking background and I'm a good cook, and I love to cook, but sometimes I forget that and I get into this routine where I'm looking to outside meals for my sustenance. And so I'd really like to save some money by cooking for myself. I'd really like to have some more control over my health and what's being put into my body, because when I cook for myself, I try to avoid things like sugar and chemicals and that kind of thing. But I'm just finding it difficult because school takes a lot of energy and I'm working and have my internship, and now the days are really short and the light is gone at like 4:30 and I just want to stay inside and be warm. So it's a challenge.
Yeah, so it sounds like you want to start cooking at home so you can save money and eat healthier and use your cooking skills. But it's just difficult because you run out of energy and time, and it's cold and dark so early, and
Yes.
it's easy to forget that there's an alternative besides eating out.
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, what do you think the pros are for cooking at home? You stated some of them, but can you think of anything else that would?
Yeah, I mean, just cooking really helps me feel connected to myself because it's something that I really love. So in addition to saving money and being good for my health, it's just a hobby that I really enjoy, and when it's included in my life, I feel happier. It's just when I get out of the routine, I almost forget that. So it definitely increases my good mood, and it's a really fun way to experiment with new foods, and I end up kind of trimming down a little bit and feeling better about myself that way, and my mental state is better because when I'm not eating a lot of inflammatory foods, my brain just feels happier and my moods are more regulated, my hormones.
Wow.
So it's a lot of really good stuff.
It sounds like you have identified a lot of positives to making this change and to pursuing this goal of cooking for yourself.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's like a creative aspect to it that really just makes you feel more fulfilled and happier, and
Yes.
as well as being better for your body and your budget, and
Yeah.
those are a lot of very positive reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not confident that you can make a change and 10 being very confident that you could make this change, where do you fall on that scale?
Honestly, just talking about all the positives right now have made me feel more confident because now I'm getting excited about it again. So I would say like a 6 or a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
pretty confident.
Okay, so why isn't it like a 4 or 5?
I think it's not at a 4 or a 5 because, I have done it before, and so I know that if I just kind of, have some time management and I'm aware of when I do have energy and stuff, if I do a little bit better planning in advance, then I can have success at that goal, and I have before, and so I have that confidence. Yeah, so I think that's why.
You're at a 6 because you have reached this goal in the past. You
Yeah.
have cooked for yourself and enjoyed it, and it's really been beneficial, so you're pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
And it sounded like you were saying if you just kind of organized it a little bit and planned for it, you feel like you really could do it. You feel like you could be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't it at a 7 or an 8? What's kind of holding you back a little bit from, like, for sure?
I think it's just like the very real constraints of other obligations and time commitments and the amount of energy that I have after a long day, and that, you know, I don't always make use of my time that I have when I do have energy in this specific way, because I'm doing other things that are fun or fulfilling. So yeah, I think it's not higher because realistically sometimes I really just am too tired and I just want to eat some pizza because it's so delicious and comforting,
right?
And I don't have to do all that work, and it's cheap-ish, you know.
Yeah.
So I just really can fall into like allowing my tiredness and my lack of preparedness to just like justify, you know, eating stuff that comes from outside.
So it sounds like you're just throwing in that element of this is real life, realism, that you run out of time, you run out of energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have a craving. You don't want to deny yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So that is all understandable, and I think sounds like you've given it some consideration, like you are at I think maybe 6 is a realistic number for you.
Yeah, but for where I am right now, yeah.
But you have a clear goal, and so tell me a little bit more about how you want to implement. What do you think you can do to actually make this goal happen?
I think, you know, if I sit down with my schedule, and honestly, if I take a better look at my budget and realize how much money I'm spending, that might motivate me, because, you know, I'm noticing that when I do check my bank account, it's a lot lower than I would like. So, yeah, just kind of getting in touch with all of those, like, my schedule and my money situation, and also maybe just sitting down with some cookbooks and getting excited about making some new things, because I kind of always make the same stuff, would be helpful. Maybe getting together with some of my friends that love to cook could, you know, motivate me in that way too.
Oh, those are some great ideas.
Yeah.
So you're thinking if you look at your schedule and kind of do a little planning and look at some new recipes to keep you excited,
Yeah.
and even just to bring your friends in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all ideas that will keep you on track.
Yeah.
Sounds like those would really help you implement your goal.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I wish you success.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.